Good morning, everybody. Good Thursday morning. Thank you so much for tuning in to in Meridian. It is the 2 hours, 2 best hours of local live talk radio here in East Mississippi, West Alabama. And thank you for joining us, whether it's on 102.1 FM or WALTmeridian.com, or whether the WALT app you simply download on your phone or your device and listen to our programming. Thank you for doing that. Yes. And of course, you can see us if you dare on Facebook. We'd love to have you join us there as well. YouTube and all those wonderful ways that you can be a part of our show. Thank you for joining us. Roger, along with, say hi to main man from Meehan, Mr. Rob Atkinson.
Good morning.
Tell you what, we're getting closer to the weekend.
Yippee.
Actually, this is your weekend. This is your last day.
Yeah, today's travel.
Take tomorrow off.
Today's travel day. So it's kind of like you're on a professional sports team. Today's travel day.
Don't get called for traveling. Oh, no. Okay. So, yeah, we reached out to Tobias or Toby Bates.
Dr. Bates.
He'll be coming in tomorrow. Spend some time with us.
All right. Dr. Bates.
He'll be sitting in your chair. So, but anyhow, we are here Thursday. Lots to talk about. Of course, I suppose you felt a little bit cooler when you came out of the house this morning.
A little bit. When I'm wearing long pants, you know it's got to be cold. You know me, I'm a shorts guy a lot. So
you are. You know,
I just like to be comfortable while I'm working around here.
You're like my friend Troy. As long as you have shorts, it could be snowing outside. You gotta have shorts on.
Yeah, I was a kid walking to school. Everybody else was bundled up. The guy in the shorts.
Yeah,
moron.
What's with him? What they doing?
That kid boy been on something.
He ain't right. He ain't right.
No.
Well, of course, we invite people to be part of our show if they would like to talk about this, that, and the other thing. We'll put our number out there so you can tap it into your phone, 601-485-9191. That'll get you here with us.
And I'm just going to start out this morning by saying how extremely, I'm not shocked. I'm trying to pick the right word because we are on radio.
Well,
and other platforms.
We haven't talked about this, but I know where you're going.
I will just say this. That thug, that lowlife yesterday should have gotten death, but instead taxpayers of the state of Georgia are going to have to be paying the freight on him the rest of his life. And you know what I'm talking about. And that's
he comes to America illegally, kills a girl, and gets 3 hots in the cot for the rest of his life. Boy, what a dude.
It's a joke. I know some people are I know the death penalty we've talked about it a good bit on this program, but if there's any time where this should be number one option, it's this situation. I mean, this is the easiest, slam dunk of all time, in my opinion. I will say one thing: the judge did get to sentencing right away yesterday. They didn't mess around on that. They went to sentencing, and of course, gets the life in prison deal. Of course, he had to go through a translator to get that information.
And that's without parole.
Oh, you darn right.
Parole, which is good. I mean, that's good. But I'm just going to suggest they incarcerate him in the Epstein wing of the Georgia State Penitentiary.
Yeah, something happened in prison transfer. I don't know, between the bus and there, something happened. I don't know. Listen to them up there with their suggestions.
No. I value life tremendously, and
I do as well.
And I certainly want anything to happen to him until he has every opportunity to accept the Lord Jesus Christ. But that doesn't mean the fact that he should be living the rest of his days on this planet.
It's that part of the story, obviously, that has everybody's blood boiling, obviously, with what happened yesterday, which, like I said, at the top, I'm not shocked by the life in prison deal. But I think the more frustrating thing beyond that is the fact of the family not hearing from this current administration, giving them an explanation of why this border has been left open.
You didn't have one.
Yeah, exactly. Well,
how do they explain themselves on that one?
Not even picking up the dead gum phone and reaching out to the family. But the president-elect has a lot of times, and you can say, "Oh, politics, he's just trying to look good." whatever. But the bottom line is, you could at least reach out to the family, that being Biden, Harris, anybody in that administration, because this is just one case of many, unfortunately, with women who have been slaughtered by these degenerates that come over the border.
The reason they couldn't do that, Rob, would be culpability.
Oh, of course.
Not make any reach out, because that would then signal to the family that somehow they were responsible.
Wow, isn't that a grand thing? Showing responsibility when you've done something wrong.
So that's why they couldn't do it.
Yeah.
So
So
it's just
does
like,
anybody even do that anymore except responsibility for
I'm
anything they
sorry.
do?
Let's see, that doesn't play well. I'm sorry that this guy that we let in illegally.
My bad.
Yeah.
My bad.
Yeah.
My bad.
Can you forgive us? Can you possibly forgive us for that? That would be something.
I will say
So no, they
yeah.
couldn't make that.
Well, I will say one thing. Last night, I believe it was. Oh, was it? It was on the Ingram angle last night. Tom Homan, who is going to be one heck of a border czar. His strong comments about that and how they're going to do this mass deportation.
Mhm.
I mean, folks, if, like I said this yesterday, if there's one guy they got it right, where Trump got it right completely, that's overqualified, it's Tom Homan. For the border czar. So you go from Kamala Harris as your border czar on paper to Tom Homan.
That's like, whoa, that's
wait a minute.
we've got a very big contrast there.
Yeah.
So that's very
Yeah, of course, he was discussing last night a lot of these mayors and a lot of these big cities like Boston and everywhere else have said they are not going to cooperate with the federal government on mass deportation because obviously they are sanctuary cities. Well, Tom Homan was saying, well, you know what? They are breaking a lot of laws and statutes on the books when it comes to what we're
they
doing.
themselves could be charged
Exactly
with certain charge. And I like what I heard about Homan. He said, well, I'll come in and I'll deputize your people, make them ICE agents. How about that? Because you have the politicians that are saying, I'm not going to give any support to ICE, or I'm not going to give any support to the border czar. But you got people in law enforcement saying, "I'll sign me up."
Yeah,
they got people under them. They're saying, "Yeah, hey, come on, let me help you. Sign me up." And that's where Homan has his advantage.
Yeah.
So that's just kind of, it's politics, and they're saying that because they're saying for their constituency. But what's really going to happen is they go operate. They're just not going to be very vocal about it, very high profile about it.
But how many of those folks in that constituency are still there supporting the idea of harboring these individuals? I mean, look at the way the tone has changed up in New York. Just look at the general election numbers, how much of a shift there was just in the New York numbers. I think Clay Travis put out some numbers yesterday of the shift in numbers. Like there was a top 10 list of the biggest change from Democrat to Republican in this election, and the state with the biggest shift in the vote was in New York.
New York State. So that should be a wake-up call for
And New Jersey was number 2.
New York Democrats.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of still interested to see what the next 4 years will be like for the Attorney General of New York.
Alvin Bragg.
Yeah. Kind of waiting to see how this all plays out. This is going to be very interesting.
Sitting on that sentencing until the year 2029.
President said he may not weaponize the judicial system, but he didn't say he wouldn't weaponize the presidency.
Hey, like I said, it's going to be a fun roller coaster ride. Is all I got to say.
It's going to be interesting.
Yeah,
there you go.
But yeah, that whole deal at Georgia yesterday, I watched a good bit of it here in the studio yesterday because I saw where they had found him guilty, and then during the sentencing hearing, that's when things got pretty emotional. They got the families up there to talk. You know, some of her best friends from school, and you know, her stepfather. I mean, her mother. I mean, just and then they just give him life, and I'm like, and of course the stepfather was like, you know, he is, you know, the epitome of evil. You know, I mean, just every single adjective that you could think of that they just put it on this guy. And he's just sitting there, obviously, with a stone cold face. Obviously, doesn't know what's going on because they have to have a translator because he doesn't speak any English. But yeah, that was that was pretty powerful for the family. To
But
get
if they're
this ticket.
translating it, he knows what they're
Yeah,
saying.
but he's just sitting there like, okay, but he's like you said, he's going to get 3 meals a day and have a nice place to sleep.
A nice room to watch football games, some good food, have a big, nice place to do recreation. Yeah, he's going to be in. He'll be in club. He'll be in the prison club for a while, but still, life. That's punishment. No, you think about the millions that we spent by Georgians.
Yeah,
on that because it's. I mean, what are we saying now? How much does it cost to house a prisoner here in Mississippi? I mean, is it like 200, 300 a day? Is that it?
Yeah.
You start counting healthcare. I mean, it all comes with it.
Well, I mean,
healthcare, all that.
Well, we talked about this yesterday when it comes to even folks that are to death. They're on death row for how long?
Well, that needs to be remedied too.
I mean, I know that's the system is what it is right now, but there's still a lot of flaws within the system. I mean, I think we can all agree on that.
I think so.
But until there's change made, it's just going to keep on keeping on the way it is.
Can I tell you where there are no flaws in the system?
I want to know.
Premier Paint and Body Shop.
Because you got Ty Booker.
Well, there you have it.
Put him in charge.
Don't forget Patricia Copeland there in the office.
There you go.
Yeah, don't forget those folks.
Absolutely. Of course, over 100 years combined experience among all the office staff, the folks that paint, the body work. I mean, you name it, they've got it there as far as experience goes at Premier Paint and Body. And, of course, we're all going to be hitting the roads for holiday travel with Thanksgiving approaching and Christmas as well. And folks need to make sure your vehicle's in tip-top shape. And sometimes a fender bender is going to happen. It's just part of life, whether it's something small or major. Take it to Premier Paint and Body. Of course, they're located right next door to Johnson Dodge at 1210B Highway 39. Of course, they'll give you a free up. And, of course, the insurance process. I know folks think, oh, gosh, that's going to take forever and a day to do that. No, they work real easy with the insurance folks. And I always say this, they're the bridge between you and they'll get you squared away. So call them today ahead of time. They're going to be opening up the doors coming up at 8 o'clock this morning, but their number is 601-482-PAINT. That is 601-482-7246. Our good buddy Ty Booker and his amazing staff down at Premier Paint and Body. And I know he still listens to the show sometimes, Roger, but Danny Shelton, I hope you're enjoying retirement, buddy.
I don't. I hope you're miserable. Yeah, whatever. Take it easy. Traveling with his dear bride. I'm telling you.
Much deserved.
I know. I don't know if we can tell, but I'm starting to get pretty envious and jealous of people that retire. Because I'm starting to add up my expenses and what I'm adding up what I'm potentially going to get in return.
Yeah.
Liking it. A couple things are going to have to happen. I'll have to get rid of a bunch of stuff, or I'll have to work a whole lot longer. So,
I think a lot of folks will be working a whole lot longer.
But I could just trade it all in for a man and live down by the side of Washington.
Government cheese, awfully tasty.
You know what? Some of them, 3-week-old crackers.
There you go.
Yeah, turned pretty good.
Pretty good.
Yeah, you can get by. You can get by. I'm reminded coming up, we're going to be talking about where a good place to get some very good food this Saturday for lunch. So we're going to be talking about the Hunter's Lunch here in the next segment. In the meantime, we want you to be part of the show. Give us a call, 601-485-9191. They're staying with Gates. They're staying with Gates on this, Mr. Gates on this appointment. How do you think that's going to work out?
Well, I mean, it's like we said yesterday.
For Attorney General, by the way.
Well, we said this yesterday. Out of all of when it comes down to the confirmation hearings, that's going to be the one that's going to be, televised more than anybody, just because of the congressional investigation. I think they yesterday on whether to, I guess, release the info on that or something along those lines. Of course, everything went by party lines on that vote. So, but yeah, that's going to be very interesting to see the grilling that Gates gets during confirmation. Of course, Pete Hegseth, that's another one that could. I think Hegseth will probably your route. The Gates one is going to be the one much. So,
And I was watching the program over the weekend, suggesting that maybe he never tried a case. Is that true? I mean, as far as his
look on that,
I was okay. Maybe that's you would think if you were an attorney, you would have to have done that before you're attorney general. I don't know. So that's just something I was hearing on one of the programs.
Yeah, Matt Gaetz. Just looking at this here. Of course, he is the son of prominent Florida politician Don Gaetz, and grandson of North Dakota politician Jerry Gaetz. So he's been basically another line of politicians there in his family, of course.
Mm-hmm.
In his early life, he grew up a conservative and religious family near Walton Beach and graduated from high school, graduated from Florida State University in 03 of the Bachelor of Science, went to William and Mary Law School, admitted to the Florida Bar on February of 08.
Okay.
So just looking to see if he's got any kind of legal experience. So yeah, after graduating from law school, he worked at the law firm Keefe, Anchors, and Gordon in Fort Walton Beach. In October of 21, the Florida Bar suspended Gaetz from practicing law due to unpaid fees. He was reinstated after the $265 fine was paid.
$265.
Don't probably that up.
He's an old fellow from Niceville,
So there you go.
Okaloosa County. I kind of like that. I kind of like that pedigree a little bit.
Yeah. So, but that, as far as his legal background, that's kind of give you an idea of where he got his start and worked for that one law firm before he got into Congress.
So that's what he did. And that may be why he's had limited experience in trying cases, because he went in right into politics.
Yeah. In 2013, Gaetz announced that in 2016 he would run for the first district state Senate seat held by his father, who was term limited in 2016. He withdrew from the race, choosing instead to run for the U.S. House seat representing Florida district. The incumbent Jeff Miller had not announced 11 days earlier the House seat election. Of course, Gaetz won that one. He was won re-election for that seat since. So that kind of gives you a semi background on Gaetz there. Which there's already been one individual that I'm aware of that is going to be running in a special election in that first district seat. But I don't know if they've set a time on when they're going to do that election. Because remember, when it comes to the U.S. House of Representatives, those are not appointed by the governor. They have to go through a special election. Now, Rubio's seat obviously will be appointed by DeSantis, and they're still.
So that's different than the state house seat. Or you're saying different than the house seats? Yeah.
Well, he's a congressman, so he's in the House, so that'll have to go to a special election. But the senators, obviously, you have to go to the governor of each represented state to make those choices. Which,
there you have it.
Of course, Laura Trump's still kind of the leading favorite. I guess everybody's kind of hoping that's who it's going to be, which I think there's a couple of other folks in the running there. So,
well, if she can balance her family life with what she did with the RNC, then I can probably balance being a senator.
I would think so. Then you'd have a Trump at the White House and a Trump on the Senate floor. So wouldn't that be something?
That's it sounds encouraging. Actually,
I think the other folks that are in the running for that, the Florida governor, the state speaker of the House, and it's a lot of folks entrenched in Florida politics that are kind of being mentioned for that potential slide. So, and of course, Rubio, he'll probably have a tough time in his confirmation just because of his history in the Senate of kind of butting heads with some folks there in that chamber. So I imagine that'll be quite interesting going head to head with some, I guess you would say, former colleagues at that point. So on that confirmation panel. So
that's and I guess there are others who could do that job that the Secretary of State, but Rubio, other than the fact when he ran against him for president, he's been pretty supportive of Trump.
You mean Little Marco? That's right. Called him Little Marco.
Little Marco. Dare to call him that again. Yeah.
It seems like that has been moons ago now since all that happened. Because that was what the 2016 election. So yeah, Little Marco. Everybody had a nickname on the stage that night. Little Marco.
It's like when people call our show, we give them nicknames, don't we?
Yeah.
Just was thinking about
They
that.
were not the only ones.
Yeah, some, but they're not. They're usually complimentary, I think.
Oh, yeah. So
Anyhow.
you had Little Marco and Ted. You had Ted Cruz. Yeah. Gosh, he had a name for everybody back then. I guess the only ones he didn't make fun of, I guess Carson, he didn't go after him.
He really did.
He didn't really go after him either. Of course, they both have worked in administrations before. So. There was a few he did go after. A little Marco.
And I keep watching. I don't know if he's reached out to Carson again, kind of role in his character. I haven't. I was kind of. I was almost expecting a little bit of research. And of course, I know.
He was the HUD secretary in his last administration.
Yeah. So who knows? You know, maybe an ambassadorship or something.
Yeah.
Like
that's what Huckabee's going to do. He's going to be what the ambassador to Israel.
Didn't you know it? Southern Baptist.
I know, right?
Southern Baptist. It's going to be ambassador to Israel. There you go.
He'll even bring some relaxium with him over there. Since he peddles those pills on Fox now.
Yeah. His first meeting with Netanyahu. I want you to be saved.
Yeah.
It's like, well, I don't know if that's what
we talked about. That's one guy's got to be excited going ahead. Is Benjamin Netanyahu going ahead? He's got to be so happy.
Oh, I think you could also hear him across the waters there when Trump got elected. Anyway, it's morning in Meridian. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll take the Fox News break. So don't go away. Linda Clayton is in the studio. Looking forward to her visit here with us again. So stay tuned. Nobody interesting on the music birthday list today, so just plugged in some ZZ Top.
Kind of a D- list today.
It is. It's like, really? We're going to have to really look at this show prep source. I'm a little concerned about
I don't know why I went D-. Just call it F. Nobody knows anybody on that.
Yeah, that's right. Like, really? Who? What?
We did forget a birthday yesterday.
Are you talking about President Joe Biden?
Yes.
Yeah, I had it down here, but it's like, man, he don't know it. Why should we talk about it? He don't know it.
Anniversary.
Did you see him trying to? He was going up in the airplane. They were screaming.
Woman was screaming at
to give us some time.
Talk to us.
Talk to us. We haven't. And I was like,
he's like, I'm done with you people. I'm going home.
It's like, been there.
Yeah.
Oh, mercy. Hey, in just a moment, we're going to visit with the lovely and the talented Linda Clayton, hanging there at Trucker Supply. A good place to have, well, get parts for your truck. It's also a good place to do Christmas shopping. And you're holding up the specials they have on Milwaukee Tool.
They've got a bunch of specials right now on a lot of these drill kits. And it's basically you buy one, you get one free on the batteries right now.
Ooh.
On a lot of these items. So
that's significant.
Especially when you buy some of their impact wrenches or maybe a polisher sander, you get the battery that goes with that item on them. They will take care of that for Christmas. So, and they've also got some other items on sale right now, of course, in the identity department. Milwaukee Lighting. I mean, basically, these specials I've got right here, it is a huge Milwaukee sale right now.
It's a threefold spread.
I mean, it really is. So a lot of specials going on right now.
4-color print, 2 sides.
It's going to go all the way through the holidays. So be sure you take advantage of that. Their red hot specials down there at the Milwaukee department. You like how they did that?
I like that red hot.
So take advantage of that. Of course, Yeti. We always talk about that Yeti mugs, and of course the coolers. They got a big line of those, and of course hot seat pressure washers. I know. A little cool to get out there and do pressure washing now, but they've always got a good sale on those.
Well, look on the bright side. When it's real cold, you can make your power washer a snowmaker.
Hey, there's a silver lining somewhere. That's right. Come by and see the 519 Highway 19 South in Meridian, next door to the Golden Arches, and yes, Trucker Supply. The Carr family been there since 1969. So go by and see them.
Go by and see them. That's Trucker Supply.
Yep. Red Hot Special.
Red Hot Special. The Milwaukee Tools.
Mm-hmm.
She has given me a ticket to give away. So be listening for your chance to have one ticket to, which is a $10 value, by the way.
Oh, put that in your pocket, boy.
To the Hunter's Lunch. Why did I even mention that? I should have just chucked it right there. No, that's the Hunter's Lunch coming up. Welcome back to the microphones, Linda Clayton. Thank you for coming back by.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. Just glad to have you. Of course, there's been more planning. We've been going around and talking about Hunter's Lunch and talking it up. So let's remind people exactly who, what, and where. It's
Saturday.
Who's putting this thing on?
This is Gateway Community Church. It's our ladies' organization.
Mm-hmm.
Wings, Women in God's Service. Saturday from 11 to 1, and it's 3750 Lauderdale Road. So we want y'all to come. We're getting as they say, putting the big pot in the little pot, getting everything ready to start cooking.
Dang.
A little pot. I love that.
So, just wonderful food. We fried chicken, turkey, ham, dressing, homemade chicken and dumplings, all kinds of vegetables, desserts, salad, your tea or coffee, cornbread or bowl. It's all you can eat.
And I think there might be a rumor there may be some coconut cream pie or something.
There is that rumor.
Yeah.
And
that should convince somebody to make the drive to Long.
Mrs. B, I know we're looking at this weekend.
They got his attention in a hurry.
maybe some caramel cake, strawberry cake, delicious pound cakes.
I should have been dieting over the last several weeks.
Calories don't count this time of year.
Is that right?
True. That's true.
Just leave that alone.
All right.
This Saturday before
It's on.
Thanksgiving, there's no calories.
No calories.
Yeah,
Like
cardiologist, just turn another eye. Just turn away. Turn away.
No, that's very good what the ladies are doing. I guess ladies, do you have any gentlemen that cook?
Oh,
yours?
we have gentlemen that cook, and we have some good cooks, and
Uh-huh.
we have some very nice gentlemen that come and slice the turkeys and ham
Mm.
early Saturday morning for us. And so it's a church wide together working for this.
No, my problem is I'm not going to be able to get there till at least 12:30. Is there going to be anything left?
There'll be
Should I even try?
Yes, come. We'll fill you up on
No. Well, we'll pick up on something. Well, you
Well,
set some turkey dressing aside for me.
I'll try.
Okay.
I'll try
All
my
right.
best.
All right.
You know, she said the other day the chicken and dumplings is always a big item
They
there at
are
the lunch.
big
So,
homemade chicken and dumplings.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, then there you go. Folks, it's the Hunter's Lunch. This is a tradition that has gone on for many years
Many
with
years,
this group.
and everybody always asked me, and I was talking, Cliff and I, and I asked Cliff's mama, and then some ladies at the church, and I think this is about 56 years.
56 years of the
55
Hunter's
or
Lunch.
56 years.
And I know hunting is still somewhat popular, but probably nothing like it was 50 years ago.
No.
I mean, there was people out there all the time, and lots of people getting their guns ready, getting out there and getting ready for getting them a deer.
this has always been kind of a tradition to have right around the start of gun season.
Yes, it is.
So,
This
I mean,
is Saturday,
yeah.
always Saturday before Thanksgiving.
Yeah, so it's always been kind of right here in this neighborhood on the calendar.
Mm-hmm.
So get you a double feed. You get this weekend, and then you get your other one next week. So
I was going to say that this could be a dangerous week for us.
like I said,
It's week.
That's right. It's Feast Week.
All right. Well, there you have it. So, all right. Well, folks, it's Hunter's Lunch. It's at Gateway Church. And it's conveniently located at 3750 Lauderdale Road. Just go up Highway 45, turn right on Lauderdale Road, and go pretty near almost to the end of it. You're going to come to Gateway Church.
Side of the railroad track, and you'll be there.
Don't cross the railroad track because, first of all, there's no crossing there. And
don't get hung on the railroad track.
don't get hung on the railroad track. There's a song to be written. I wonder if Jimmy Rogers thought of that. Here's a $10 ticket. If anybody would like to have it, you're welcome to have it. It's first caller can get it 601-485-9191. 601-485-9191. First caller gets the Hunter's Lunch ticket for the value of $10. And it's an all you can eat. Let's go to the phones while we're thinking about it. I don't know why we got a phone call all of a sudden.
Offer food.
Yeah. Good morning, caller. How you doing?
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Good deal.
I'd like that ticket.
You know what? I'm going to give it to you. I'm just going to give it to you now. I know you're probably hiding from the FBI and the CIA and the IRS, but can you give me a name to put on there that we will recognize when you come to the studio?
Meridian Payne.
Mary. Boy, it's been a minute since I've heard from you.
You offer free
I
food.
listen, I don't talk much.
Good to hear from you, Marion. It's Payne, right?
Right.
All right, got you. All right, well, we're going to put your name on this ticket. It's going to be out front. You can get it out front of our office here after 9 o'clock this morning.
Sounds good.
Hey, enjoy the Hunter's Lunch. Maybe I'll see you there.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll be paying for my ticket. Got him laughing.
There we go.
Thank you. All right, congratulations, Marion, for
See you there.
getting that ticket to the Hunter's Lunch. So there you have it.
Good.
Do you know him?
I don't
Okay.
believe I do.
I didn't know if it was like a friend. You know, I know she's going to give a ticket away, and I'm going to call in and get it. So that's good. Well, it's Hunter's Lunch. It's going to be up there at Lauderdale, Mississippi. It's this Saturday from 11 o'clock all the way down to 1 o'clock, should supplies last.
Yes, they will. And we are serving from 2 lines instead of 1. That will speed you up.
Mhm.
And last year we served over 300 people.
Mm.
And this money goes to a lot of different organizations in our area. Plus, it helps. We help our youth at the
Mhm.
church. And just when there's a need,
Mhm.
we are
Mhm.
fortunate enough to have the money because of the Hunter's Lunch to do it.
Mhm.
So your $10 is really stretched and goes a long way.
Goes a long way.
we appreciate everybody that comes.
I love the 2-line idea because when you get into a line, you get one person. You know what I'm
Mhm.
talking
I do. I know. It's like,
I'm just saying.
how long does it take to scoop up some mashed potatoes? Gravy's right beside it. What are you looking for?
about. And then you get the one who's like, I can't touch this, but no, just let it all on one plate and touch it, man. It's all going the same place.
It's all going to touch, isn't it? It's all going to touch.
Just
Yep.
a couple of things.
We,
Now,
are,
if
we
you got-
are told, and don't worry about what's in this line. It might not be in that line because we are trying our best. Everybody brings
Two of everything. Having
Well,
lakeside.
then, if
We
you
have.
if it's all you can eat, you got 2 lines. Can I go through both of them?
You can come through both lines. That will
Okay.
be okay.
All right.
That will be okay.
All right. It's morning, Meridian. We got a caller on the line. Good morning. How are you doing today?
Good morning, Roger. You got a heck of a memory. Remember the guy that saw and got that ticket ahead of me.
Oh,
Oh,
I'm so
no,
sorry you
Tommy.
missed that time. I'm so sorry, but I know. Look, you just go in there and you reach into that mattress and get a $10 bill out of
That's
there,
right.
and
Get a 20 out.
get a 20 out. That's
There
right.
you go. Yeah, I just got a 20 out to get my car towed in so I could get into the temple this morning.
Oh my!
Oh, man.
Yeah, I got an early start. Couldn't get it done last night. I was just too tired. Anyway, let me tell you real quick why
Sure.
I was calling.
Yes, sir.
Couldn't get on late yesterday when y'all were closing up after Mississippi James called in,
Right.
or Cincinnati James, whichever.
Well, he's here now.
Both of them.
Yeah, he's Mississippi for right now.
Yeah, for a few months. We never go back to Cincinnati. But anyway, he is a good friend. I see him a lot at the meetings, the city council, the board of supervisors, and everything. So but there's one thing he stated that made perhaps a little confusion to somebody. He said that if you remember, he was talking about them moving all the money around.
Right.
Well, he does. That's right. And that's been going on, I know at least since I got back here 20 years ago. But the thing is, that moving money is always based on a request from the mayor to move it out of one. Now, that used to be done here before we got this city council that we have now. They used to just do it when they wanted to. But everything to do with the money has got to be approved by the city council. And that's what this council has been so good at, is putting it on the agenda or on a work session where they can discuss what they're getting ready to do before they're asked to approve it.
Yeah,
I mean, that does
I will say that, Mr. Tommy, I was noticing that yesterday when I was looking at the agenda. They did do a good job. It was probably about 4 or 5 different items in the middle of the agenda where they were going to, move some money from a different fund to a different fund. But yeah, they always seem to produce that pretty early on before the meeting. So
yes, it's always on there.
Yeah.
And sometimes they don't approve it when they don't have notice before the meeting starts. And that's another thing I've learned. Sometimes the mayor office and administration, they'll get stuff over there and expect them to approve it without them knowing anything about it. But this council makes certain that they know what they're looking at before they just automatically rubber stamp and approve it.
right.
Oh, that's good then.
Now, it is, and they have done a good job. But you've got, like I told y'all when I called in another time, there's 2 different groups, just like up in Washington, there's 3 groups: the House of Representatives, senators, and then the president. Well, here you got the mayor and you got the city council,
Mm-hmm.
and the city council is responsible for the money. And when they call to remove, when they want it moved, and the other thing is a slush fund. That's what they used to have with all those unfilled billets that they were talking about.
Right.
That meeting was there. 71 unfilled billets. Well, those would have sat over there to be used. 60, 70, 40, 50 dollars a year, whatever the employees that they were looking for would qualify for.
$2 million. Yeah.
Yeah, it could be sitting in a fund. Well, what this council has done, they see money like that could be used that way. They move it into the legislature because they are the legislature effectively that can approve money and move it back, and they do it. They've done it for 3 or 4 years now, ever since young Weston Lindeman was on the council. But the point is, they have control of that money now, and they're not going to let it go back to be used to be moved for something unless they approve.
There you go. So they're keeping an eye on the money very closely.
Absolutely. So much better than any of the other 20 years I've been back here. This council has done a great job. And George Thomas has been helping them. I mean, he's worked with them and done a better job. I mean, not in any of the previous terms he served at 10 or whatever.
Wow.
But thank you. I've had enough. I'll just let y'all go.
Hey, Tommy, why didn't you consider running for one of those positions?
Oh, no. Look, I've made so many enemies. I'm so outspoken. I couldn't get elected dog catcher. Although I respect dog catchers, I know 2 of them. I know the Meridian back, and I know Rocky.
Okay.
I'm avoiding having theirs to get my vote and maybe one of my grandparents. So no, I'm not.
Well,
I'm going to be in jail as long as I can.
all right. Thank you for the phone call. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
All right. And I'll see you at lunch. Let's do that.
There you go. Get that 20 out of the mattress.
All right. Speaking of get that 20 out of the mattress. That's right. Linda Clayton, always good to have you here. And of course, a reminder that Hunter's Lunch is happening in Lauderdale at the Gateway Church, 3750 Lauderdale Road. Just go up 45, turn right on Lauderdale Road, and just go nearly to the end of it. If you can go on Lauderdale, just come back along the railroad and take the Gateway Church.
Roll you window down, go.
I know they're cooking now. So $10 per all you can eat, and 11 to 1. So the schedule should make it convenient for any of you out there. You still get full and you go sleep in front of your TV and watch a football game.
There you go.
All right.
Sleep in the honey.
The shoot house. Or the shoot house. That's exactly right.
You'll help the deer for that day.
Hunter's Lunch, Lauderdale, this Saturday. Be there.
Please come. Thank you, everybody, in advance for coming.
All right. We will be back. Stay tuned. More of Mornings at Meridian to follow. Yeah, that's right. Sing it, Aaron. You got to stand for something. Mornings in Meridian. Aaron Tippin, by the way, you can hear on our great sister station, 105.7, The Legend.
Whoa.
I almost did it. I know.
105.7 to Buzz. What?
He almost did The Legend. That's what it is. Yeah, that's where you hear Aaron Tippin. All right, it's Mornings in Meridian. Of course, we're speeding toward the 8 o'clock hour. I want to take time to tell you about Martin Roofing because if you're going to need a roof on your home, why not get somebody who's very experienced, very, very high quality, and they clean up after themselves.
Yeah, there's a lot of things in life you just like, oh, I'm just going to take that for granted. And well, your roof on your home is like, okay, well, it's up there. It's all good. But when you have to make those repairs, it's a big investment. And trust me, been there, done that. Of course, we know exactly what that's like working with Martin Roofing, and they're good folks. And I remember when they put the roof on our home, the crew was amazing. And they've got 30 plus years, and they've been doing roofing right here in our area for that long. And of course, I just saw a home not too terribly far from here from the radio station. They got a brand new roof. And this is how you tell. You see that little red sign by the road, and you're like, oh, they're working. And, of course, a good crew there to put all those roofing applications on your home or business, whether it be shingle, metal, rubber, commercial roofing. They do it all. And call them today for that estimate. They'll stop by, and if you need a new roof or just some patchwork, they'll help you out. It's 601-485-5920. That is 601-485-5920. Of course, they are members of the BBB, Better Business Bureau. That is our friends down at Martin Roofing. Doug Martin Sr., Doug Martin Jr., and of course, we always got to give a little bit of love to Stacy as well.
She's writing them numbers down.
She's writing them numbers down. That's Martin Roofing. Call them today, 485-5920.
That's it. Mornings in Meridian. Glad you're out there. And of course, don't get on an airliner and get on a underway and then decide you want to get off the airplane.
What?
Don't do that. Don't do that. Whatever you do. Unruly passenger tries to leave the airplane mid-flight. An unruly passenger disrupted a flight from Milwaukee, Wisconsin to Dallas, Texas, and ended up restrained by duct tape. That's right.
Just the hands, legs, everything.
Captain, we have an unruly passenger back here in the cabin. The duct tape is under the galley cart. Just get the duct tape.
Next to the Twinkies. You can't miss it.
And make sure you do the wrists, the ankles, and put it across his mouth. All right.
Good Lord.
Authorities say a Canadian man.
Oh, there you go.
It was boarding an American Airlines plane from Milwaukee, allegedly tried to get out of the plane to stop from, get out of the plane. It was about 30,000 feet in the air. You don't want to do that. This led to other passengers tackling the man in an attempt to stop him from opening the airplane's main cabin door, which I don't even think you could do that.
No.
Passengers used the airline's duct tape to restrain his feet and arms and held him down until the plane landed in Dallas. The man was taken into custody when the plane arrived in Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport and taken for an evaluation. The man struck a flight attendant as she blocked the door, and she was taken to the hospital with neck and wrist injuries.
You said bomb on an airplane.
You can't say bomb. Bomb, 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 bomb. Oh, that's what you were thinking of. Oh, Stiller.
It's good to know that they have a roll of duct tape on the airline. That's good to know.
Okay, make sure. You know that everybody needs to have one of those, a roll of duct tape.
Well, that's how we patch up a hole on that thing if something goes wrong.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think they can open those doors, but I
doubt it.
Now the little plug on the side that's not bolted in, you can just push on it. Just kidding, folks. Don't be afraid to fly. There's thousands upon thousands upon thousands of people in the air right now flying safely.
Exactly.
All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back after this Fox News break. Roger along with Rob on this Thursday. every day. We're back here at Mornings in Meridian, the second hour of the two best hours on this Thursday, the 21st day of November. And of course, that's always a date that kind of gets us close. That was I think that was the day that President Kennedy flew to Texas, made a couple of stops, and then that final one in Dallas on the 22nd. So tomorrow will be the 61st anniversary of that.
Wow.
So there you go. It's a great day out there. I'm Roger. Rob's in the house.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning, sir. And we've already started talking about turkey and dressing at Hunter's Lunch. Congratulations to Marion Payne, who won the ticket for the Hunter's Lunch this Saturday, 11-1 up at Lauderdale, Mississippi at Gateway Church.
That was one thing I'm glad I've done in life is went to Dealey Plaza and did the whole just walking around that area. And, of course, the X that's on the street there.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of glad I did that.
The 3 X's.
Yeah, the 3 X's. Yeah.
You know, and it's interesting. You see all the pictures and the TV reports and everything of that, and it's amazing. Once you get there, you realize how much closer, like the Texas Book Depository is to that street. It looks a little further away in the picture.
Yeah.
But in real life, you're like, oh, yeah, this is.
Well, what was so cool?
This is a dangerous vantage point.
Well, what was so cool about that trip that I went on? I went with a ball team, shocker, and and we stayed the night in Dallas, and the coach at that time was like, "Hey, look, I want to take the team down there to Dealey Plaza," and he was a big history guy, and I was just kind of, of course, I'm down there in the street looking up, and I was like, "Oh, that was down there. This was over here." It's just like, just being there, and your investigative hat just goes on, and you're like, you read what you've read, and you've watched these documentaries, and you've seen the movies and everything like that, and you're like, okay, this is the spot right here.
Here's the fence where J. Edgar Hoover was standing behind, watching it all go down.
That's right.
Oh, just kidding, folks. Let's take a phone. Oh, well, you can't take a phone call.
Fine.
That's all right. Can't hold. I understand. But thanks for trying. It might have been a sales call. I don't know. Let's see if I recognize that. That's I don't know where that's probably, that was, we probably just put a spam call on hold. We probably did.
They were like, what did I just call?
Did you know you qualified for a Medicare supplement? Oh, yeah. Thank you. Appreciate that.
I would like to help you with your car's extended warranty.
Well, it's a 2003 Expedition.
You ain't gonna help me much.
How much is that gonna cost me?
To say.
Oh, mercy. Hope you're having a good day out there. We are. Our number is 601-485-9191. Good morning, caller. How are you?
Good morning, guys. How are you?
Hey, good morning.
The gentleman who called in just now.
Are you eating?
No, I'm not. The gentleman who called in just now. Where is he mentioned Lindemann? Where is Lindemann? I mean, he's just such a sweetheart.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are
a little bit before our time.
We're putting
a little bit before our time. Where is he?
We're putting the all points bulletin out there. Where is Lindemann?
Weston Lindemann?
Where is Weston Lindemann? All right, we put it out there. We'll see what we get.
Wonderful. Bye bye.
All right.
Okay.
There you go.
I was going to let her know.
Well, you still can.
Yeah, I am friends with Westerman on Facebook, and I think he's not living in Meridian anymore. I'll just put it that way. I was going to say where he's living.
Yeah, that was. Yeah, he probably prefers you don't.
Yeah, he does not live in Meridian anymore. I'll just put it that way.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to let you know where he lives. I know where he lives at, but I'm just going to be respectful there.
What we can do is put it out there to Weston Lindemann. If you'd like to call our show and tell us where you live.
And tell us about the seedy underbelly of Meridian.
That might be why he doesn't live here anymore.
Maybe. You remember all that? That was
pretty dramatic.
That was very dramatic.
Talking about his life being threatened and all the rest.
Yeah. That was serious stuff, man.
I tell you what, we got our own peoples here.
I was going to ask you what you thought about the cameras in downtown Meridian.
I haven't seen them. Did we get some put down there?
It's these big portable security camera systems.
Oh, the big ones on trailers?
Yeah, you've seen those?
Let's see. Where did I see one?
Well, there was a couple of them out there at some of the convenience stores.
I just saw one. I'm trying to remember where it was.
There was one over here at the Hampton Shell not too long ago, and then there was another one at one of the service stations on North Hills not too long ago.
Exactly.
They got those in downtown now for the holiday traffic and
I think that's
shoppers.
where I saw it. I saw it at the near the City Hall lawn.
Yeah,
yes,
they've got one of those down there. So
okay, yeah, it's got blue lights flashing, and
they've rented out.
the
city has rented out 2 of the units for 2 months for around $5,000, and the city says if the 2-month stint goes well, it might consider extending the contract year round.
I should get one and put it over there on A Street. At least I could count the vagrants that come in and out of my warehouse. 601-485-9191. Good morning, caller. How you doing?
Good morning.
Hey, it's Wolf, the Greg.
Oh, my bad. You boys.
What?
CUI has those trailers, and they're capable of all kinds of stuff. Facial recognition, security. They can be rented for special events, the whole 9 yards.
Yeah, I'm looking at a picture of that one in downtown. It's a pretty big unit right there. It's got the little panels on it. And
you can definitely see it.
4 cameras. They're directional controlled, and they can zoom in the whole 9 yards.
It adds an extra step for criminals. Disable camera and then proceed.
Oh, gosh.
So let's just talk to those criminals that might be listening.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they be dumb sometimes.
The dumb criminals.
They be dumb.
Let's go break into the jewelry store. I can't until after the show.
Yeah, you'd be better off going ahead and pulling off your heist and getting out of there than you would trying to get into those machines. Like a lot of the units that CUI puts in homes, they're not attached to a cable or a power box.
Yeah.
I've had folks break into me several times, and they literally pulled the power meters from 2 places thinking that was going to turn off the alarm. It does not.
Jeez.
There's a thing that they invented years and years and years ago called battery backup.
Yeah.
Battery backup, cellular transmission.
Mm-hmm.
If you bust in, you finna get caught.
I like that. Caught is a good thing.
And Smith & Wesson is the first guy to show up on the scene.
Yeah, but
the first 2 guys or first 1 guy?
Well, it might be 6 hours, the second guy.
I have a good association with a man named Ruger.
Yeah. I have the itchy bitchy Ruger too.
Itsy bitsy Ruger. Oh man.
I got to leave the Ruger. Good for you.
Hogan.
All right, guys. if you're in need of security, this is temporary something. And so the city putting it downtown, I don't know that that's the spot to put it.
Yeah,
I guess I was
at least
thinking
one of these things. There are other places.
Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah.
I mean, there's some neighborhoods that could use it.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking. Well,
did we lose you?
Yeah, he was kind of
breaking up there on us. If you can hear us there, Mr. Gray Wolf, check back in a little bit later. That'd be great.
Yeah, that's been the talk about that is downtown Meridian, huh?
Well, that's where I remember seeing it. I was passing by a city hall, and there it was.
That's the Facebook comments, at least.
So, well, they want to put it where the criminals are. City Hall. Oh, mercy me! After that glowing report of the city council there from caller Tommy there. Where we want to be able to catch criminals, where we should put it? Put it in the city hall. See those politicians
walk in and out of that building every day.
That's what I'm talking about. All right, let's take a phone call. Good morning, caller. Welcome to our show.
MAGA morning, true American patriots. MAGA, MAGA, MAGA.
We got to come up with some more lyrics to this.
MAGA, MAGA.
But you hit on something on the first hour about the case in Georgia about the nursing student killed by the illegal alien.
My blood's still boiling over this.
Well, how many times does this have to play out?
Yeah.
Here's something else too. Why is the Fort Hood shooter still alive in Fort Leavenworth, Kansas? What about the Boston bomber? Why is he still alive?
Yep.
You know, and people have all this sympathy and empathy and all this compassion for these criminals. What about the victims, man?
Yep.
Does anybody care about them? You know, look at the system. We got a guy over here in Parchment that killed a co-ed couple in college in 1994. He's been on death row since then. What is he going to die of old age over there? And like I said, how many crimes? This is something that everybody saw. It had national exposure. How many crimes, robberies, rapes, break-ins, everything, drugs that these illegal aliens are committing that nobody knows about?
That's right.
There's crimes that goes on in Meridian we never know about. We never hear about. Okay? Oh, we're going to get this. But what is this big machine going to save us all now? Some kind of another camera system?
Yeah,
people work for Kodak or something?
Yeah, $5,000 a month, I think is what I read.
Yeah. Well, you know, if you had a real police force, there'd be boots on the ground. There'd be boots on the ground. Like when I was a little boy in town, they had police walking the beach downtown. People felt safe. They saw the visibility of the police. One way to make sure you're safe in Meridian in the holiday season, buy it online, man. Buy it somewhere else. Show them your discontent. But if you think a camera's going to save you, these people ain't scared of cameras, man. Look at the shoplifting in these stores every day. They got cameras like casinos in there. They ain't scared.
No, they're not.
They ain't scared, man.
No, they're not. Period.
The citizens are scared. And the only thing that will stop it is shut your money off. Because the merchants down the fort and get us some police and get it now. You know, we don't have any transparency in what happens here. Well, we're going to give $12.2 million MPD this year. Where's it going, man? Where's it going? Does the citizens get to see where it's going? No. Everything is hush-hush and behind closed doors. And, you know, that's not the way to run the system. The system is not only broke, the system has failed the citizens of Meridian that are paying for the system. How much more of this do we have to take? How much more of it do we have to take? And it's just like that one over there in Georgia, going to get life without parole. You know, is that a just sentence? It's going to go back to vigilantism at some point, and that will be a just sentence. Well, they just don't understand the law. Well, evidently, they didn't understand the law when they violated the law coming here. Teach them the law at the end of a 12-gauge or lynching rope. Teach them the law. This country is based on law and order. We don't need this scum from the earth coming here. And everybody, Biden and all his henchmen and everything else, Mayorkas, they should all be held accountable. These cities that are going to defy Trump, sanctuary cities, put them on their knees. Their mayors, their governors in these states, put them in jail for obstruction of justice. You will comply with this constitutional law, or you will pay the price. That's open defiance. It's been that way. Yep. That's the reason the system is broke. Everybody's scared to stand up because, you'll be labeled. You take them labels and plaster them across my ever-widening butt. I wear them like ribbon bar on my dress uniform. I'm proud of them labels. And anybody that don't like it, blow it out.
Okay.
Eat the greasy green one. Roger that.
Okay. There you have it.
Ever widening butt. All right.
The well, as you get older, I guess
Yeah.
it does.
I do want
flatten
to
and
correct
widen.
something. The 2 units will be those portable camera units. They've rented them out for 2 months for around $5,000. So that's for the 2-month period.
2 months. So
Yeah.
2 for 2 months for $5,000. So that's about what $2,500 a piece.
Yeah.
For 2 months.
Yeah.
So it sounds like about $1,250 a month.
We got a deal. Buy one, get one.
But wait,
there's more.
If you buy now, you get an extra month for half price. That's right. A third month for half price.
Yeah.
And by the way, the system, and again, we go back, we go around this discussion, and it is frustrating, but the system is broken, not so much because of people being afraid of labeled. It is the system, and I take, I take what he's saying very, very seriously. But it comes back to municipalities being tied by the threat of lawsuit. We have to come up with some sort of limitation on what law enforcement agencies can be liable for when it comes to carrying out their duty to arrest people who break the law, because you have this large amount of money in these big places like Montgomery and other places that they're ready to rush in when they're called and bring in the lawyers with the very fine tailored suits and the expensive silk ties and the briefcases, and they come in and sue the law enforcement for basically doing their job.
I'll look at it this way. I know we got a caller on the line, but bottom line is here, folks, the American people spoke at the ballot box in early November. They made their decision very blatantly known. Why can't the lawmakers take that message and run with it and change laws on the books that are affecting our justice system? American people have spoken. When are they going to get their decisiveness out of the way and do what's right for the American people and keep them safe instead of having this border wide open? And I think that change is coming. We hope. As long as these rhinos that are in Washington and other spots get the heck out of the way and let them do their job and clean this mess up. Because let's face it, it's not going to be an overnight fix. It's not going to be just snap your fingers and a wall is built and you're just going to shut this down and you're going to deport them just this quickly. Roger, this is going to take a while, because did you see the number this morning of how many folks? 1.4 million, I think, is what this number I saw. Of course, that's just,
and they got about 200,000 of getaways that they don't know where they are.
Exactly. So, and that's not counting just the folks in general that don't have a criminal record that have crossed our border. So it's going to be a process. It's going to be a long process. So, but the American people said, no, 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 we want this. So
got about 60 days away from the inauguration. So that's where we're a little over 60 days. Come on, inauguration.
I think there's going to be a nice stack of executive orders on the desks that first day.
And I want anybody in the Trump administration, if you're listening, we have been very supportive here at this station. We'd like to get our invitation to come to the inauguration. Well, mainly the parties afterwards. Let's take a phone call here at 601-485-9191. Good morning.
Good morning, guys. Come in peace, love everybody, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Mississippi James.
Yeah, old Tasmanian devil was on a roll once again this morning.
I don't know the widening butt. I keep going back to that.
Hey, it's all good, but I just wish he would put some energy up the ladder instead of just only at the bottom rung. For example, now Brett Favre, I understand the statute of limitation about ready to run out on the situation they've been charged with. Well, he hadn't been charged. And I did a deep dive into that, and he held a meeting at his house. 6 people was there. 5 of them have been charged. 3 agreed to plea bargain. 1 agreed one said not guilty, and he have not even been charged. Statute of limitation. So that program, $90 million was missing from the funds that was supposed to go to the poor.
Yep, the welfare. Yeah, the welfare fund. Yeah.
Right. Now, all them programs need to be revamped, so I'm all on board. You know, we don't know how much they're going to be dismantled, but they old programs. A lot of them been here since the 40s and the 60s. Yes, they need to be revamped. But a lot of money is missing out them programs that were designed, and hopefully we get back to giving a hand up instead of a hand out.
Mm.
And nobody should live on the system from the womb to the tomb, as Rush Limbaugh used to say.
That's right.
From the womb to the tomb. Nobody should be able to do that unless in a special circumstance. But when you start making that available to people, you know, hey, they'll take advantage of it. But, you know, we got to look at corporate welfare. We got to look at corporate fraud. So I don't know what Brett Favre is, you know, but he haven't even been charged. And the meeting was held at his house.
All right. We've got a break coming up here. I got about 20 seconds, Mr. Mississippi James.
Oh, you gone.
Hello?
He gone.
You still there?
Okay.
There you
there you are. Say it again. We got about 10 seconds.
I'll say, hey, have a good day.
Oh,
right,
thank you. There we go.
All
We got that. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. It's time for Fox News. On our sister station, WUCL, that's 105.7.
The legend.
That's what it is. All right, it's Mornings in Meridian. That's the voice also of Rob Atkinson. I'm Roger B. Welcome back, folks. Glad you're here. Want to tell you about Battery One Source.
Battery.
If you want to start something, go see the Do-Fours at Battery One Source.
John Do-For at Battery One Source.
Name so nice, they named it twice.
That's right. Golf cart service and repair also down at Battery One Source. And yes, batteries, they got them. Of course, it's in the name. Watch batteries, remotes, cell phone batteries, laptop computers, you name it. They've got it there at Battery One Source. And of course, they're not going to push a battery on you. They're just going to, you're going to, well, something's wrong with my battery. I think I need a new one. Well, hang on just a minute. Let me check something. It may just be something super small, maybe in a cable, or just need a little bit of that corrosion cleaned off of the, those little spots on the back. I mean, just something simple, because other places they're just going to say, oh, you just need a new battery, and just kind of push that on you. But they're at Battery One Source. They're going to save you some dollars there and take care of you. That's called, folks, customer service, and they do it down at Battery One Source. Of course, cell phone repair. If you got a broken cell phone facing there on your phone, because these facings are getting thinner and thinner on these new phones, they got said down there that can get you squared away. So go by and see them. They're going to be there till 4:30 this afternoon at 2618 North Frontage Road in Meridian. 693-1500. That is Battery One Source. 601-693-1500.
Good folks. I'll tell you that right now.
That's right.
Looking down the birthday list, just want to let everybody know Goldie Hawn, guess her age. Well, how old is he? How old is Goldie Hawn?
73.
79.
Wow. Well, I was in the 70s.
Yeah, there you go. And actress Cherry Jones, 68 years old.
Goldie Hawn. Is Goldie and Kurt Russell, they're still going, right?
I think there's still something there, yeah.
Been together for
I don't know if
while.
they've ever married, but they're the couple.
Yeah.
Let's see. Looking down here, the actress said Cherry Jones, 68, from 24, and also the heiress. Marlo Thomas, that girl, the daughter of Danny Thomas, 87 years old.
Wow.
Hey. And here's actress Deborah Shelton, 76 years old today. She was, if you remember, if you ever watched this TV series Dallas, she was JR's little mistress there, Mandy Winger. Yeah.
Who shot JR?
Yeah. So, and she appeared on a lot of different shows like Fantasy Island, A-Team, TJ Hooker, The Fall Guy, Cheers, The Love Boat, Riptide, and many others.
So she was busy.
She was busy. Deborah Shelton. She was like Miss USA in 1970. Yep. Very attractive lady. All right, let's see other birthdays. Sportscaster and former Dallas Cowboys quarterback Troy Aikman's 58 years old.
Yeah, but he's still doing this thing.
Yes, he is.
Monday Night Football.
Did you know that he was once offered a contract with New York Mets?
Yeah, and he was a pretty good baseball player back in the day, too. Which
turned it down to play college football.
Worked out well.
Yeah, kind of a good decision there.
And he went to, I believe he went to UCLA, if I remember correctly.
And here's one I know you'll like.
Yeah.
The late director, Harold Ramis, born in 1944 on this day.
You need to watch the one of the new Ghostbusters movies. Not the they did like a reboot of it, and it's a big tip of the cap to Harold Ramis. It was made right after he passed away.
Wow,
it's really, really good.
Good deal. I'll have to do that. All right. In the meantime, we've got a caller on the line. Let's go to the phones here at Mornings in Meridian. The number 601-485-9191.
All right, this is going to be quick. Concerning the rape situation, a lot of times people don't have the information that they need to make a decision. But what I want to say, we can focus on our own problems here. Try to find out about Dr. Germany that I told you about. Charles yesterday said she's moved to Texas. She was going to come and give us the statistics about Mississippi. But let me just say this. There are like girls who are like 12 years old and older are being raped in this country every minute and a half. All right, so they're not girls, they're women also. We're talking about, so let's just give you the statistics.
It's a tough word.
Okay, so every minute, I don't know why I'm not, usually I can just get words out. I don't know why that.
Sometimes you just gotta, sometimes you do have to take that, sometimes you have to take a shot of bourbon early.
No, I take a blue pill. All right, every my happy one is a blue pill. Every minute and a half, every minute and a half in this country, a woman is raped or sexually assaulted. We were talking about our women, it has nothing to do with foreigners. And at the end of the year, we've got about 46,000 women in our country. It has nothing to do with foreigners. Raped, and it's usually by a parent or a family member or a friend. I mean, they're not even strangers who are doing this. So it seems to me that we can use this, what we're doing now, being very concerned about this young lady and her parents and everything, to sort of look into our problem. Let's see what needs to be done here. Like, first we have to find out how it is, get the statistics for it. And like I said, Dr. Germany was going to come, but I think you people vetoed her. I suggested that she come. Remember that time?
You people.
And she wasn't allowed to come, and now she
Wow,
moved
you
away. She
people.
moved to
I didn't
Texas.
know we could say
But
you
she
people.
had all of the all of the
Hmm.
statistics for us to talk about it.
You
So
people.
now we need to go again and find out how many we have here and what can we do to solve the problem.
So we
All right.
Bye-bye.
All right. There you go.
so we don't have to worry about that case in Georgia at all.
You people.
Yeah.
You people nixed her.
So just because it's foreigners, we don't need to worry about that.
And if you want to know statistics, 15%, true enough, of people. Now, this is not just rape. It is a conglomeration of statistics. The majority of sexual assault victims are under 30, 15% being 12 to 17. And then 54% being age 18 to 34. So there's a breakdown of some of those numbers.
Well, Lakin Riley, she may not be a Mississippian, but she is an American.
Yep. Let's take a phone call. Good morning. Welcome to our show.
And the clown attacked her, wasn't
There you
Yeah,
go.
exactly. I don't care. I mean,
big difference. He should have never been here. That
Yeah.
wouldn't have happened.
yeah,
There's
bingo.
a big difference because
Mm.
that would have never happened.
Thank you.
If we wasn't just sitting here and letting them just flood across our borders.
And by the way,
You
Chuck, what administration allowed this to happen? What party are they affiliated with?
Democrats. think.
That's a new one.
Wait a minute. I thought they said the border was no problem.
Oh, yeah.
No, it's under control. It's
Mm.
under
Yeah.
control. My Arthur
Yeah.
wouldn't even show up for the hearing today. He's, as far as I'm concerned, he's a foreigner. But anyway, when we're talking about the injustice of this case in Georgia, let's don't forget about the injustice that's yet to come at the trial of the two elderly people that was beaten to
Yeah.
death. 90-year-old couple,
Yep.
beaten. They could stole everything they ever had and never had to touch them, but he decided he would beat them to death, and he will not get the death penalty either, guys. So as far if that's an injustice, then so is that,
But you know what, Chuck?
Until
Chuck, you know what drives me crazy is cases like that are going to end how we all know they're going to end. But there's another case that folks are paying attention to or need to pay attention to is Penny up in New York. That
Right.
case right there where he defended those folks on that subway train and choked that guy to death because that guy was a threat to those people and now he's getting the book thrown at him up there.
20 witnesses so far have
Yeah.
come forward, so they feared for their life
Exactly.
or their personal safety had this guy not stepped in. I reckon he should have just sat there and let this guy kill some people. Then it would have been all right then. But
Mhm.
this is another bad case. But there's not just criminals we're going to be kicking out of this country. I think they should start. A lot of those people, millions of them, have court dates where they're supposed to show up for court and didn't show up for court. So that's also a felony. So that's a felony too, on top of being here illegal to be in the first place. But anyway, I don't want to forget this elderly couple.
Yeah.
That their injustice is yet to come because that idiot, that animal who killed them mercilessly the way he did, will not get the death penalty. Thanks a lot, guys.
Appreciate it.
Things that make you go,
Well, I mean, it's just this system, man. It's just.
Well, if the pendulum is swinging, is it going to come back and swing over to where finally the system can be adjusted and fixed? Are we going to swing that far? I would hope so. But again, it all comes down to making sure that, first of all, you got to make sure you can carry out your job as a municipality or law enforcement agency like Lauderdale County Sheriff's Department and not be afraid that there's going to be some slick lawyer coming in with a briefcase to sue the city or sue the county.
Mm-hmm.
And then also, at the same time, you got to make sure you have judges that are put there with the idea that the Constitution is the rule of law for our country and that we have the most, I guess, stringent laws against those who are the most stringent lawbreakers.
And of course, you mentioned judges. Another reminder, folks, don't forget runoff next Tuesday for that Supreme Court justice seat here in the Central District. Jennifer Branning and Jim Kitchens are on the ballot on Tuesday. Absentee voting is going to be available up through Saturday. So you still got some time to, if you're going to be out of town next week because the holidays coming up, just remember that is a super important day on Tuesday.
Vote on Tuesday.
Yep.
Or go and do absentee voting if you're not going to be in town on Tuesday.
Donna Jill will take care of you.
She'll do it. She's good that way. We'll be right back.
Well, I'll bet you.
Been a while. That takes you back. How were the 80s for you folks?
Well, we had Ronald Reagan for most of the 80s.
That was good.
Mr. Gorbachev.
Tear down this wall.
Mornings in Meridian. Glad you're out there. Roger, along with Rob on this Thursday, the 21st day of November.
We got a celebrity out of the country.
We do. We do. Did a celebrity really follow through on their promise and leave the country?
Ellen DeGeneres has moved to Great Britain. She says, I am moving to Great Britain and I am never coming back to the United States after Trump's re-election win.
Hurt me. Hurt me. Oh, hurt me.
We got one.
Why are you hurting me like that, Ellen?
Yeah, she did this crying video where she's talking about the election, and her I guess wife, you'd want to say.
I am not going to say because I don't agree with any of those terms for those people. She's do that.
Left the U.S. for the UK, vowing never to return to the United States after Trump's victory. Well, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
I like Outkick, the way they did the start of the article. It says Ellen DeGeneres, the disgraced former talk show host who fooled suburban moms all across the country for 2 decades, has fled America in the wake of Donald Trump's election victory. So you thought that we weren't going to get any of the celebrities out of the U.S.? Well, got one.
I'd like to express my sentiment to Ellen DeGeneres for, this does not necessarily reflect the views of this station or the management thereof. But don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you.
Bye.
Okay.
Well, you've always heard the stories about her. She was just awful to her staff. I mean,
I did not know that.
Yeah, she was tough to deal with behind the scenes. She put on this big.
She got too big, too famous.
This big. I'm so nice and I'm so good to people on camera. But when that camera turned off, she was
in charge.
Ooh, she was bad. Tough to deal with.
We should send again. I hope there are more. I hope more will leave this country and go to Great Britain or wherever they want to go, and just do that. Follow through on your threats, please. If you're going to threaten, just own it. Would you say man up in her case?
Sounds good to me.
601.
Can they take Prince Harry back too? By the way, can they take him back over there?
He's in Canada. Oh, no, is he here? He's in LA.
He's in California.
Oh,
can they take him back, please?
Well,
can we do a trade?
Can they force him back?
Can we trade? Can we trade? Hey, I'll trade you an Ellen and a Prince Harry for anybody.
Hey, my mama was Princess Di.
I don't care.
Don't care. Mm-hmm.
She'd be ashamed of you.
Yeah. Yeah, mornings in Meridian. We're going to take a call in just a second, but let's tell folks about Purvis Business Machines. That is the place to go for all the great quality copiers and printers and business machines.
We don't talk about the history with the Purvis family enough. Jerry and Betty started Purvis back in '79 after 3 years
after serving the Army. Yeah,
that's right. In the Army, worked in the electronics field. Jerry came back to Meridian, got a job in the office machine business. 10 years serving those office machines. The company worked for sent him to Savannah, Georgia, to be the service manager. After a couple of years in Savannah, the decision was made to move back to Meridian and start their own business. And well, what do they say? The rest is history. And boy, they've been doing it since '79 here in Meridian with those lease return color copiers, where you can now save up to 85%.
85%.
That's right. And talk to Don Lucas down there at the office at 4505 Highway 39 North in Meridian, or go to their website, gopurpose.com. They sell, service, rent, quality name brand office equipment, the all-in-one devices from all the top name brands like Toshiba, CopyStar, and more. So go by and see them at 4505 Highway 39 North in Meridian, or call ahead. It's one of our favorite phone numbers, 601-693 copy.
That's right. Now, one of these days, I'm going to get some potato salad, and you're going to go with me, and you're going to take a picture of me eating potato salad off their floor.
It's good.
It's just that clean in there.
It's just that good.
It's a nice place to go. All right. It's Mornings in Meridian. Time for a quick call. Good morning. Welcome.
Hey, guys. I was just calling in to say your app and your podcast, they are both up and working good.
Hey, thank you for that report.
Good and sounding good.
Hello there. I'm waving at you.
Yeah, we had to do some repairs, but everything should be good to go now.
Okay, then.
Thank you, Mr. Mississippi James. All right, good call. All right.
Them tech guys are a lot smarter than I am.
Nashville Fire Department is probably joining so many different fire departments by giving tips on how to fry your turkey on Turkey Day.
You ever done the fry the turkey before?
I have not. I don't cook diddly. If I can't open a box and pour it in a bowl and pour milk on it and make turkey, I can't do it.
I don't know what diddly tastes like, but it doesn't sound very good.
Yeah, well, I don't make it.
I was about to say, I don't want to try it.
Well, that'd be a nice name for a little dish there. Here, try some diddly.
Try some diddly.
I do make diddly. But make sure your turkey is thawed and not frozen when you put it in the cooker.
Go.
It's a flying bird. Look.
It was an ugly tree anyway, Clark.
Yeah.
Anyway, it was an ugly turkey anyway.
The blessing.
Say the blessing.
All right, do not set your cooking spot in the garage. Don't set up in the garage, just in case. That could cause a fire. And take note of the size of the bird, and don't overfill your container with oil. Otherwise, you drop the turkey in and, this is overflowing. This is a mess. Oh, so we got some burn.
I've never done one before, like frying it like they're talking, but
Yeah.
I've seen it done. I mean, I couldn't do it.
About 3.5 minutes per pound. If you decide to do it, do 3.5 minutes per pound. So there's your cooking time. And use a thermometer gauge. Do not you don't want it to be above 375 degrees in there. And when frying, make sure you use the pot that comes with the fryer. The number one tip: do not leave it unattended.
Do they still have the Butterball hotline where you call for your turkey tips?
I don't know. I tell you what, that'll give me something to do tomorrow. Look up the Butterball
and call them on the air.
We should try that. I think we'll do that. If we don't do it Friday, we'll just do it Monday. When you get back.
Call
you won't be here.
They call the Butterball hotline.
Call the Butterball hotline. All right.
Yeah, I'll be here Monday. I won't be here tomorrow, but
Oh, I thought you were going to be down there through the Thanksgiving.
No,
Okay.
I'll be back Monday.
Okay. Well, I was just trying to give you some more time off.
It would be nice.
Well deserved.
I'll take anything I can get at this point.
He's a hardworking man. Just trust me. He's a hardworking man. Well, that's about it for the show here, Rob. We're going to have to get out of here, make room for Glenn Beck, who's staring at us through the window saying, "Get out of my studio."
Danger, danger.
That's right. In the meantime, we'll be back tomorrow. Dr. Toby Bates, history professor and conservative professor from Mississippi State University, will be joining us. And so looking forward to that.
You guys have fun.
All right. Remember, God bless my local.
Not for